Hello, welcome back to Tarot by Andy. Thank you for being here. This is my vibrational reading. Please do your own research for entertainment purposes and allegedly. Hello, you guys. I hope you're having a good day. Sunday it is. Yesterday I got a little busy, and then I had that video I uploaded earlier this morning that apparently I forgot to upload. Got so busy. Anyways, carrying on. On December 12th, I am filming with HG Tutor. It's going to be a fun role-playing of the 10 Commandments of Megan. So I'm filming on the 12th. I'm sure he'll upload it probably a day or two later because he's pretty swift on his uploading. So just expect that. What's going on? Well, Smug Legacy story time with Mr. Dumbarton. Yes, Harry. He's doing this now, currently. He was on stage. And meanwhile, William was meeting with world leaders. When questioned about his marriage, he deflected and just tried to push it aside. He didn't want to talk about it. Basically, he knows that it's basically snake oil to his legacy, snake oil to his ability to even be able to progress in life. And he definitely, even he has been marked and has to distance himself on the professional stage, or what he considers professional stage. This is what people are saying. He is country jumping has. Who will clean up after him this time, next time? Another person said, truly intellectually deficient. People never realize that they are deficient. Stupid people don't. They're blissfully ignorant with loads of arrogance here. He kept saying, That was out there too. Let's see. He talked about therapy. He said therapy was a blessing, and that basically there was two sides to stories, and straddling the two sides of his life, probably royal versus escapism. And then the questions got to a factual life versus what is. And he says that he's trying to make peace with some of the past, that his inner turmoil felt that he needed to be angry at the press. Get this. This is the doozy. This is the part that irritates me. He had to get angry with the press on what they did to his mom, where he's actually clearly, completely, utterly ignoring the fact that the night she died, she called the paps on herself. She had a habit of calling the paps on herself. She did it to outshine Charles because she was irritated with him being with Camilla. So he just likes to leave out the facts. This is him deflection of the truth and sticking with the mummy storyline. So I have to say that. He says he does not have Google Alert on his phone. Yeah. When it comes to reading about himself, his team shows him what's necessary, if they want to fight it or not. And that 98% of everything out there is nonsense. If it's such nonsense, why can't he answer clear questions about his marriage? Carrying on. Yeah, so anyways, he went on, touted on about people creating clickbait. I think he needs to check in with his wife on that one, because that's right under his nose. See, there's another deflection. He's not even realizing it's done in his own interpersonal relationship. Yeah, so basically what this is his male borderline petulance and recreating history, using his mummy Megan to recreate history in the moon card energy, because the moon sort of lives in the past. There's some issues with psychosis and pain and suffering and all that. So he's using that. And it's not a shock. We all know this. Then he switches the narrative. Basically so that his mummy, is more saintly and worshipped by him. He's got that narcissism in him, which is about worshiping the target. He's worshiping her so that he can go back in time and sort of fix what he did wrong, which was he wouldn't pick up the phone the night she died. I think he's got this severe guilt issue that's weighing heavily on his shoulders. That's why he has Megan as a mummy. That's why he has to recreate the history, because he's trying to fix the past in the current day. That's why he's saying, I got to protect Megan. That's part of the mind game we know she's playing, right? So that's really what that boils down to, is that. So anyways, that is it. That's what I have to say. So let's get some energy on. How's he feeling now? Yeah, he's back out. He's out of hiding. Obviously, he's out of hiding. and he's trying to grab the spotlight. He's trying to take away the spotlight from his brother, just like, Meghan tried to grab the spotlight with her recent red carpet event in the black gown to outshine Catherine. So they're both doing the same thing, is trying to get clickbait. He has to create a situation to create clickbait, just like Meghan had to create a situation to get into a party she didn't belong in. He's got to create a situation. He's probably begged him, can we do it this night? Let's do it so I can drop the video here. I want to outshine my brother. It's all intentional. They know they're not supposed to. He knows the royal rules. You're not supposed to outshine other people. But the rules are off the table here. So Harry. Let's get some Harry energy. On how effective did he feel? The fact that he has ADHD, I'm going to tell you this. He's got many squirrels in his head. And he's probably trying to go over what he said in hindsight and trying to figure out where he went wrong. Because they do ruminate horribly and beat themselves up in hindsight. I would know because I am ADHD. So he's ruminating. Did I say that line? Okay, he said this, I said that. Should I have said something different? So part of his brain is going crazy, in all honesty. It is like they say, it's like having 5 squirrels in your head and you can't calm down. That would be Harry's energy. Have no doubt about it. That's what creates that panic, that anxiety that he has. Where a lot of times they do get diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder, just simply from being ADHD. So a lot of anxiety, not all of them have panic anxiety disorder, but a lot of them get diagnosed with it. And that would be why he would most likely be on a benzodiazepine to calm himself down, which isn't good for someone who's an addict, because that is addictive. So I feel pretty certain he's on that, to be honest. And he's probably should never get off it. So Harry, how's Harry's energy post-interview? How is he feeling about the direction of his life? How does he truly feel? Ignoring the marriage questions like it was the plague. So that's not going well. That's very telling. If he can't say, oh, my wife is wonderful, we're wonderful, like he used to do. You remember he used to say how my wife Meghan, my beautiful wife Meghan. There was no my beautiful wife Meghan. So how is he feeling about his future? How's Harry feeling about his future? And where's it heading? There it is. He thinks he's going to be the emperor of his own life. I think he wants to be back. He actually wants to go back to the royal family, because that's like a royal family, king energy, King Charles. I think he's thinking about his father. He's thinking about, maybe I can stand in power mode too. Maybe I can achieve worldly success. Maybe I can be the respected leader. Maybe probably then my daddy will respect me. That's what I'm thinking. So he's trying to restore order, I think, so he can get back in. I wholeheartedly believe this. And so he wants back in, and he wants back in with them. And he's probably wanting them to restore order for him, because he's always getting himself in problems. Who's going to fix his storylines when things don't go well? Who's going to fix it next time? Daddy's going to fix it. He wants daddy to fix things. He's got daddy issues. Challenging position is, will they accept me? Will they heal? Will I get the return of my friendships? He wants his friends back. He doesn't have friends anymore. So if the royal family take me back, maybe I can get my friends back too and restore hope. And then I can get the reunion that I want. And it's a kind of a delayed reaction with the 5 of Cups in reverse. It's also, with the 5 of Cups upright, is a loveless marriage of grief and suffering and melancholy and withdrawal and bereavement. So he is withdrawn from her. He is not seeing her. He's trying to aim for, to get some harmony and to move on away from that. So he's not feeling the regret and the suffering. So he wants to pull away from the suffering. And the only way he can achieve that is by going back to daddy. Going back to daddy, and also rising himself up in the power mode and looking successful. And that maybe if I'm super successful, maybe Meghan would respect me. Maybe my friends would respect me. Maybe I can get people back. So he wants respect. He wants his family back. Yep, he wants to go back into the fold with the 10 of Cups. He wants that harmony. He wants to go back to what he lost. He wants that happy ever after of another reunion. 2 reunions here to the royal family is what he's gunning for, okay? He wants celebrations. He wants to be celebrate. He wants love to flow. He wants way back. He wants totally back in the fold. He wants that security and satisfaction and emotional stability. He was talking about therapy. But unfortunately, he cannot travel in with the World card in reverse, because he needs to apologize. He is basically, it's a negative closure. His life is a mess. He doesn't want the interviewer to know his life is a mess with that world card in reverse. So with that, that's very psychopathic criminality position, and he doesn't want people to know about his A1 visa and his visa issues. So he cannot travel wherever he wants to go. He is kind of in a stuck position of unmet dreams and low regard for other people. And that's what got him in this position. He knows it didn't serve him. This victim mind isn't serving him because the world card in reverse is victim mindset. So he knows he can't play victim, but he's still using the mummy, mummy. Here we go. He wants the opportunity. He wants the invite. He wants to be the good seed, the good apple on the tree with the Ace of Pentacles upright. He's also on a material quest. He needs to make money. He needs to look like he's in power mode, and he's hoping if I can be successful, maybe people will actually accept me as someone like that and give me job promotions, give me contracts, give me more. Oh, maybe I can actually earn an actual trophy this time. He likes those trophies, you guys. It's just a false way of massaging his ego, especially since he's not too smart. He wants a trophy, kind of like that. The family always gave him trophies. They always gave him what he wanted. And it wasn't enough. He created a problem, but now he wants it back. So he wants them to fix the problems. But right now, his life is in such a mess. They're probably thinking, well, I don't know. They're probably holding back here. Going into the future, yeah, he wants money. He wants control over the situation. He knows he's tempted. He wants trappings. He wants to get back trapped. He said he was trapped and it was a horrible trap. Well, now he wants to be trapped again in a reunion with his family and his father. And he wants to be paid as a working royal. He wants money. He wants to keep doing his drugs. He wants to keep doing what he wants. It's a failure of love with the devil card upright. So basically, he's talking about the failed love of his family, the failed love with his father, the failed love with his antisocial personality traits, traveling, doing the wrong thing, failure at love, and who he chose as a wife and made a proposition to her for marriage. So he knows he shouldn't have done that, and he ended up with the snake, and he can't travel with her. He can't be seen with her at this point in time. Feelings in the situation, toxic person avoid, absolutely no peace with the strength in reverse. With the strength in reverse, this is playing dictator. This would be our dictator in heels. Megan is being blocked. She's a control freak with no integrity, very toxic, abrasive. He's got that fight or flight response going on. The lizard brain's active. He knows when he's with her, his lizard brain goes. He's got to use his drugs, so he's doing it out of stress because there's absolutely no peace. So basically, he's not feeling at kindness is not there. There was no kindness. He's going to claim that the family was toxic. He's going to claim that they were controlling. There was no peace. He's going to claim that, probably that he's pure and at peace, when really he's not. He's still struggling with his addiction desires and getting what Harry wants, Harry gets, and doing whatever he wants. But a lot of fear here, a lot of toxicity, a lot of anxiety. That fight or flight reaction is in him. So he's very anxious. So that goes to show this and this would be he's on benzodiazepines to ease his anxiety with the drug here. And he wants a swift change, and he's got the awareness he needs to rise up and elevate himself because everything came crashing down because of his habits and his ways. And the fact that he has traveled with drugs, he cannot keep traveling around with them anymore. He's going to get busted most likely, and then his life would come to a shocking, screeching end. He can't travel with them. People are on the alert, and there's no peace in that situation. He'd like to carry if he could, but he knows he has to be at peace in the situation because he wants to get back to his family. So now he has a wake-up call with the tower here, this major shift of disruption. He's got to prepare. He's got to be flexible. He's got to embrace the moment, and he has to change. Going into the next position of the hopes and fears, he wants to be welcomed back in. Please take me back. It's the influences of the past. I'll be kind. I'll be good. Can you give me some gifts? He wants to hide the dysfunction of his marriage. And because we have all this, he's hiding the dysfunction of his marriage. He probably then, if they took him back, he would hide whatever dysfunctional feelings he's currently feeling. But it probably wouldn't work for him because there is no peace in his heart. He is toxic and abrasive. He is a control freak. And through that anxiety and that lizard brain, he's most likely going to turn them into a reverse position of, you don't welcome me, you this, you that, because this is what he's hoping for, but he'll most likely land on fear because he has this issue here, okay? So he's hoping for the best, that they will welcome him with welcome open arms, and that he can, talk about having the good side of the upbringing and the good memories. But we know he tends to flip real easy with the drugs and the toxicity inside of him, and the drugs and toxicity in the union with Megan. So basically, yeah, he is markling Megan because he does not want her anymore. Then we have the final outcome. He wants what he wants. He wants that genie in the bottle of everything coming and saving him like magic, of the Nine of Cups. So back to another celebration and reunion. He wants another reunion, and he wants to claim that he is successful, that he got his success in his marriage, his kids, his celebrations. As far as I'm concerned, it's a sense of controlling the narrative here with the devil, and with there's no peace in the situation. So there's no peace in him pretending. This is a pretend card here based on the fact that he's got to change the narrative. So he's going to say, well, yeah, we're happy, but really they're not. They're just this toxic duo. There's absolutely nothing there. So, but it's putting the narrative out there. Oh, we're so happy. We're so happy, and we're making money. But he has to do that because there's no peace, and his life is a mess. So it's pretend. Let's pretend. It's recreating history here. It's switching up the narrative. So then we have here the Knight of Swords in reverse. He gets pleasure in being an inconsiderate, you know what? It's angry and getting even over perceived injustices. That perceived injustices also is in alignment with ADHD. They don't like injustices. When they feel something's an injustice, they go head on, and I would say that with this situation. He's trying to overcome the situation. He wants to be more carefree, but there's a lot of, he's being ridiculed. There's a lot of vainness inside him. He wants to blame other people. So he's going to blame the press. He's going to say they treated my mummy horrible and she died as a result. That's a suicide position with the Knight of Swords, which is willing to kill self or others. And, he has that very dark energy here of ruthlessness with cruel logic. And he charges ahead often without thinking. That lends to ADHD too. Not saying that they do that, but that he just cannot stall and wait, contemplate with peace. He can't do it with peace, and I'll hold back. I'm going to hold back. I'm going to give it some thought here. How can I do it with kindness, and how can I do it with patience? How can I communicate with balance and restraint? How can I use my high integrity and use kindness and through kind persuasion? He can't do that. He uses sheer force. This is why he's not with his father. This is why he's still trying to get what he wants by being inconsiderate, by creating these irrational arguments. And eventually he's going to have to retreat from the front lines with that Knight of Swords in reverse. So this is back to ADHD when they'll recreate in their mind and go over and over. What did I say? What did they say? Okay, how did I frame myself? Okay, I didn't say that right. Maybe I should have said this. So that's that anxiety, high anxiety. Then I have to use substance because I'm not feeling well, and this will make me feel better and elevate me up because I need to get back to what I knew from the past. But this doesn't serve me that I'm not back in yet because it's unfinished, and I'm just taking shortcuts right now and a lot of unfinished lessons for Harry that he needs to learn. And the journey is kind of coming to an end. He's going to claim they don't have empathy for him. It's that victim mindset. And he wants to do a start over again. He wants to do a start over again here and get the goal he wants, but he's not able to succeed at what he wants, which is for them to accept him back and get back in, be a paid royal, be offered positions, but it's not happening. So that's how I see it. I hope you enjoyed this read. Until next time, like and subscribe. Bye, you guys.